It's literally impossible for anybody to keep up with this man. He has been on a trailblazing tear, the likes that we've never seen before. I've got so much to share with you. Sit back, relax, grab your favorite snack, your favorite beverage. If you love America, don't go anywhere because your heart is going to swell with pride. You're going to feel a peace. You're going to feel a pride absolutely drench your soul after I show you what I'm going to show you today. First, President Donald Trump has revoked the security detail that we were paying for, $15 million, to Dr. Evil, Anthony Fauci. Check out this clip when a reporter asked, after he removed it, she said, "Do you think you're going to feel any personal responsibility if something were to happen to Dr. Fauci?" Watch this boss response.
Detail for Anthony Fauci was terminated last night, and I'm wondering if you have any comment on that.
About what?
The security detail for Anthony Fauci was terminated last night, sir. Do you have a comment?
No, I think, when you work for government, at some point your security detail comes off. And, you can't have them forever. So I think it's very standard. If it would be for somebody else, you wouldn't be asking the question. The question is very fair. But, you work for government. We took some off, other people too. But you can't have a security detail for the rest of your life because you worked for government. Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Would you feel partially responsible if something would happen to, say, Dr. Fauci or John Bolton?
No. They all made a lot of money. They can hire their own security, too. All the people you're talking about, they can go out. I can give them some good numbers of very good security people. They can hire their own security. They all made a lot of money. Fauci made a lot of money. They all did. So if they, felt that strongly, I think that certainly I would not take responsibility.
By the way, Fauci has a net worth of tens of millions of dollars. Rand Paul was actually one of the people who advocated at the foremost of getting Fauci's security detail removed, but it was costing taxpayers, it was costing taxpayers $15 million, $2 million a month of taxpayer dollars to secure a guy who lied to Congress under oath. President Trump, we love you. I can't even, if I go off on the litany of crimes that Anthony Fauci has committed, this video would be over an hour long, so we can't do it. Moving on. President Trump has also, there's just so much. There's so much. How can anybody keep up with this guy? He deployed Marines to the southern border of our, watch this. Okay, I apologize. I got my composure back, but my goodness, my goodness, my goodness. I mean, this is a revolution. This is a revolution. Our soul was cracked these last 4 years. This is the exact remedy. This is mother's milk. This is the medicine America needed to heal. But wait, there's actually more. President Trump made his way to North Carolina, and he gave all of the Hurricane Helene victims who were absolutely neglected during this awful tragedy by the Biden-Harris administration. He let them all speak. Watch this clip of President Trump not only instituting an executive order to remove all sorts of restrictions for them getting aid, but also telling one of the Hurricane Helene victims to actually name the insurance company that left them in the muck. Watch this.
Pleased to announce that under our leadership, the federal government will be surging housing solutions to the state that go beyond mere temporary hotel stays that ended up being very short term. The government wouldn't do it any longer, which is ridiculous. We'll marshal all available resources and bring back potable water and make your water and infrastructure dramatically more reliable very quickly. Today, I'll also be signing an executive order slashing all red tape and bureaucratic barriers and permits to ensure the rapid reconstruction of the roads here in western North Carolina. We're going to go through a permitting process that's called no permitting, just get it done. That's the way they built them many years ago, I guarantee you that.
This is what America First looks like, you cretin hippocrats, you Biden-Harris libtards who have absolutely desecrated our country over the last 4 dark years. Now watch this clip where President Trump gives it was like a 30-minute video. I can't even show all of it. It was beautiful. It was glorious, where he lets all of these Hurricane Helene victims speak their piece, and they all show such amazing gratitude and appreciation. But this poor father, whose insurance company abandoned him, listen to what Trump tells him to do.
Before the structural engineer even came out in order to get our flood payout, and to me that was not really acceptable.
Has the insurance company been responsive or not really?
Not so much. You know, again,
They give you the money they have to give you?
I'm hoping so, and we need some assistance with that. We reached out to an attorney.
What's the name of the insurance company?
North Carolina Farm Bureau.
You got them moving, right?
Yep,
That's terrible.
that's what we're after here.
A lot
So
of people having that problem too, with the insurance companies, general, different insurance companies, and they're all difficult, or just the one particular one?
I've heard different stories from others, and
I mean, the guy is, he's just a machine. He's an absolute machine. If you're proud to be an American, and by the way, I've got so much more to show you. Wait till you see what I share with you. Stick around for this. I mean, there's just too much to keep up with. Wait till I share with you what President Putin of Russia says about Trump. It's going to blow your mind. If you're proud to be an American, let me know in the comments. If your heart is beating red, white, and blue all over your house, everywhere you walk, when you wake up in the morning, when you smell that first fresh breath of air, and all you see is star-spangled glory, let me know in the comments. I'm going to cry. I love this man so much. Our country is back. Watch this clip where he rightfully so speaks of the absolute abomination, which is FEMA. Remember, FEMA, that whistleblower came out and talked about the discriminatory practices that if anybody had a Trump sign or a Trump flag in their home, that FEMA was alerted to skip that home. Can you believe it? Our own government. I did a video on this months ago when the tragedy first happened. Listen to what Trump says about FEMA and the possibility of disbanding it altogether. Watch this.
Also be signed an executive order to begin the process of fundamentally reforming and overhauling FEMA, or maybe getting rid of FEMA. I think, frankly, FEMA is not good. I think when you have a problem like this, I think you want to go and whether it's a Democrat or Republican governor, you want to use your state to fix it and not waste time calling FEMA. And then FEMA gets here and they don't know the area. They've never been to the area, and they want to give you rules that you've never heard about. They want to bring people that aren't as good as the people you already have. And FEMA's turned out to be a disaster. And you could go back a long way. You could go back to Louisiana. You could go back to some of the things that took place in Texas. It turns out to be the state that ends up doing the work. It just complicates it. I think we're going to recommend that FEMA go away, and we pay directly. We pay a percentage to the state, but the state should fix this. If the state did this from the beginning, it would have been a lot better situation. I think you guys agree with that, right?
I mean, it's just common sense. This is how it was intended. This is how the framers intended it. Government was to be limited. The states were to take care of a lot of stuff. Of course, the government can help where help is necessitated. But this is just common sense. It's a common sense revolution, which is why the mission of our channel is to make Common sense. I know you can't see it. Go viral, but you know it. You've seen it before. Oh, this man he is the savior of America, the savior of the United States of America. It's just phenomenal. We are the luckiest citizens in the history of all time. This is our moment, America. We did it. I've got the perfect segue to this too, because he went to North Carolina today, and he's also going to Los Angeles. And I don't know if Newsom's going to meet him there. They're saying that he might be there on the tarmac. But watch this, and I can't wait to get your thoughts on this. Watch what Trump says when it comes to federal aid to California. He's got some conditions. Check this out.
Funding to Los Angeles because of its sanctuary city policy.
I want to see two things in Los Angeles: voter ID, so that the people have a chance to vote, and I want to see the water be released and come down into Los Angeles and throughout the state. Those are the two things. After that, I will be the greatest president that California has ever seen. I want the water to come down and come down to Los Angeles, and also go out to all the farmland that's barren and dry. You know, they have land that they say is the equivalent of the land in Iowa, which is about as good as there is anywhere on earth. The problem is it's artificial, because they artificially stop the water from going onto the land. So I want two things. I want voter ID for the people of California, and they all want it. Right now, you don't have voter ID. People want to have voter identification. You want to have proof of citizenship. Ideally, you have one-day voting, but I just want voter ID as a start, and I want the water to be released, and they're going to get a lot of help from the U.S. Thank you very much. I'll see you in a little while. We'll see you at the site.
I've said it once. I've said it twice. I'll say it a million times. I don't think Kamala Harris would have gotten a single state in the election had there have been voter ID. This is a fun fact. She didn't win a single county, a single state. She didn't flip a single seat where there was voter ID. Okay. Probably the most revolutionary and groundbreaking video. I don't know. It's hard to top those. I mean, the guy also signed a bunch more executive orders declassifying JFK, RFK, and Martin Luther King files. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. He's signed free speech, ending governance and censorship. I mean, it's just astronomical. But this one right here, I want to play for you a clip of President Vladimir Putin talking about Trump and the war with Ukraine. Watch this.
If he had been the president, if the victory wasn't stolen from him in 2020, maybe the Ukrainian crisis that arose in 2022 would have never appeared.
Oh my goodness gracious. President Putin admitting that the 2020 election was stolen. I mean, you know it. I know it. But wow, the global ramifications of that. Trump said it was rigged from day one. Holy mackerel. For him to say it like that. I mean, we all knew it, but to say the quiet part out loud, to have somebody of that stature, a superpower like Russia, holy macadamian nut. By the way, President Putin has admitted, he has said that he's open to peace talks now that Trump is president. Remember, him and Biden hadn't spoken a word for like 3 years, at least since before the Ukrainian war started in 2022, because we haven't had a real leader. He's a vegetable. He's feeble. We now do, though. We now do, America. I'm so excited. Oh, my God. As I've said so many times, we're all going to prosper. Everyone's going to prosper. Even you libtards, if you happen to be watching this, because I know some of the staffers for some of the liberal senators, like AOC, liberal congressmen and senators. Anyway, I know you guys watch it, but even you guys are going to prosper. Oh, praise to the Most High. If you love America, tap that thumbs up. Help me make common sense go viral. Check out these videos coming up on the screen right here, just in case you haven't seen them. Tap my face right there to subscribe and follow. And as always, may God bless you and God bless the USA. I'll see you soon.